Okay, so Pharah warm-up stuff. So some of the things that, you gotta master is like movement. Obviously, there's like map knowledge and stuff, right? So there's a couple different ways. Boop's probably her best movement ability. Um, a couple different ways to use it. One's obviously moving yourself quickly in an area, and the best way, the most reliable way to do it is to get really good at 180 flicks. What you can also do is you can aim straight down at your feet. And I'll show you that one. And that'll boop you forward too. They both boop you the same distance. There's really no difference. Just the one behind safer because sometimes you mess up the straight down. It'll mess you up. You have the regular jump, which is the fire icon in the bottom right there, and then you have the rocket boost, which puts you a little bit higher up in the air, right? So besides that, for aiming practice, something I like to do with all my projectile heroes is I like to come either there or up here and just practice hitting the targets as they move and at different ranges just to get used to the projectile speed. And I'll do that for like 5 minutes or something just to make sure I'm used to it. With Pharah particularly, I'll go over the top of the guys and just shoot down on them because a lot of the time you're going to be shooting straight down. The other way to use boop that I mentioned before is to move your enemy, right? Obviously everybody knows that. But the only time you really want to do that is either if you're going to get like an environmental kill, you're moving a Rhine shield out of the way so your team can do stuff. Like I like to boop Reinhardt's into my team a lot if I can do that and separate them, isolate them, because then you can shoot straight down and the shield can't block. Another good thing to use it for is if a hit scan, like a McCree or Soldier particularly, or Hanzo, has a really good angle, like a good high ground angle. For instance, like the bridge on Gibraltar Point 1, you can actually boop them down into you. What you got to learn though to do that is how to hit mid-air targets, right? So to do that, you just boop this guy and you hit him on the way down, and you try to do it as far back as you can. I usually can get it pretty good once I'm warmed up, right about here, which is pretty good. Another tech with Pharah is called the boost rocket, I think is what Valkia called it. And he's one of the ones that came up with it. Is hitting a target in the middle of your boost animation, so that you can just land directly next to them and finish it. It helps to try to practice it on the high ground one because you're normally going to use this against high ground targets. So yeah, you boost up, hit them with one rocket, and hit them on the way down again. And there's really not time for them to react. You can use the boop in combination with that to be able to close the distance really, really quickly against like Widowmakers, which is super useful in ladder. Besides that, I think that's the quick rundown on like Pharah movement tech / how I warm up. Sometimes I'll put a bunch of bots in like a map that I think we're gonna play, and I'll just warm up against them. Anything else? Anything else? Oh, yeah, so the other thing that you can do is when you know like a hit scan's around the corner or whatever, you can practice like closing the distance on them using all your abilities to try to like get as much evasion, because sometimes you're just gonna have to outright duel like a Soldier or McCree. I think that's it for Pharah though. By and large, her mobility is the hardest part to get down. Once you get that down, the aiming and the like landing shots and stuff will come with it. It's just a matter of getting her mobility set. Yeah,